Hey guys, doing a quick recap today. Do one for yesterday as well. I'm not going to go through all the trades, but I'll show you what I had in play here. Yesterday was a big red day. Pretty unhappy with it. Took a lot of orders, lost 300, and after commissions it ended up being $387 loss. The times aren't accurate because the server must be based in California, but I took a break-even trade right out of the gates with here. 1,000 shares. I sold it for a penny gain. My size MYSZ. I bought it at 68. I averaged down at 55, which is not the plan. So then I doubled my losses to 48. Another 7 cents there. So that was a big red trade. SELB, I added at 1050. I bought it at 1050. I added at 71. So instead of taking my 20-cent profit, I ended up adding. I could have taken the 20 cents, and then I ended up selling at 10.06. So that was a huge loss. So it's 1,000 shares from 71, well, depending on the average, 10.06. And then I saw that it was really weak, and I always like to get my money back from a stock if it takes it from me, which is horrible. SELB, I sold at $10. I covered some, took the profit this time. No, I didn't. I added. I was just being aggressive. Sold 500. Sold more. So now I'm holding 1,000 shares. I covered 250 at 65. It's a big win. 250 at 7.5. It's a big win. Now where... Oops. Something's not adding up here. Well, I did have a winner yesterday out of one of these four. I don't think it's that one. It was definitely not KONE. KONE I tanked on. I bought it at 75 or 475, sold it at 810, big win. Then for some reason, I took profit, and then I shorted it. I shorted it too early, way too soon. I shorted it at 71, started going up. I added, went all the way up to 815, added more, and then it finally came back down to 715, which is below the initial one, and I covered some, so I went in to the day. So that was my green trade. Green on KONE. Looking at today. Where are we here? Today's... Okay, so now today, I had that position in KONE, and I started covering it. The position that I started with was around 780, so I was trying to get $1 profit on it. Couldn't do so. Now the bell's about to open, so I needed to start getting some buying power back, so I covered 724, so that way I could actually play with LEDS, but I didn't sell enough, so my buying power wasn't high enough. That's why these orders got rejected on LEDS. Early in the morning. I guess I will go through the trades here before I get out of here. It's 12 o'clock. So my entry should have been, I guess, there. 737. Let's see where I got in. And as for the break of the pre-market, I didn't get in until 8. So I must have missed the entry. I was waiting. New candle. Got in at 8. It went all the way up in that minute to 867 and ultimately 865 after doing whatever it did. So got in for the break at 8, but my order got rejected. So I ended up getting 400 shares at 8. And because my order was getting rejected, I took more profit on KONE. I had more shares to play with. I tried to sell at 8.45 and it didn't go through. I ended up selling some at 8.55, which is great. Sold half my position, 55, almost 65 cents up. And then as it was coming down, sold another 100. So I'm still holding 100. I added, and I think this is where I gave the profits back. Added at 59 and 69, sold at 56. Gave back all that profit that I had. And I sold the rest at 31. Bought back in 790. Bailed out as it was coming back down. 790. I tried to sell at 836, 835. Didn't get filled. Ended up bailing. I still made 20 cents. That's 40 bucks with 200 shares. KONE. Let's see it. Filled here. I covered up my position. I think after losing, I wanted to just lock in profits. I think I started going long on KONE. Ended up losing. LEDS popped back up. I got in 747. Gave back some profits there. Another $100 profit. KONE. I ended up shorting for when it came back below $8. And from $8, KONE I covered here, and here. So that was, a good short on KONE. CALI, my orders were getting rejected, going into the halt. Ended up getting 100 shares. I decided to add for the break of 4 because that's what Ross said he was going to do. So naturally, I followed him, and I added for the break of 4. I had a 100 share position, but since I covered these shorts, I was able to get back in with size if I wanted to. But the size that I felt more comfortable with was a half position, which would be 250. So I started with 250. So now I had my 350 shares, and I see that it's going down. I didn't buy in at $4 and then wait until 320 to sell it. I know that's what it looks like, but I didn't just sit here for 3 minutes like watching all my profits that would have covered the loss from yesterday go against me. Proof being this is my screen from earlier. As you could see, it says error, can't place order, no open position for CALI. I was on the CALI window. I was trying to bail. I just filled this. Now I'm already down, but this is already after I have tried to place this order tons of times. It shows right here of CALI. I'm long 350 shares. Average price is 386. You know, even right here, it's the last price is 642, and this is after I was like, okay, well, I need proof for myself, own personal record. So, you know, 20 cents difference between, you know, where I got out and 642, even if you count that, would be, you know, another $40 or whatever. But instead of 320, 350 shares with 20 cents is actually $70. I was able to go up here and right click it and close my position, but definitely not ideal. Shouldn't have been a $230 loss. I was up a ton, as you could see, so giving back more than I wanted. I guess, you know, it's all part of the game. Orders are going to not execute properly, not everything's going to be perfect, so it's something to be mindful of. But after having that loss at 10:15, I'm going to call it quits for the day. I have some other things to go do, and overall for the week, I'm down slightly. I'm down $33 after commissions. The commissions aren't quite accurate. They're not accurate until I put them in my journal. When I put them in my journal, you know, for the buying, if I buy however many shares, that's what it's going to be with a $5 minimum. And then every sale order is going to be, the sale orders are also going to be like $15. If it's a winner, I usually scale out that way. So you'll see, like, damn, my computer's slow right now. You'll see the green trades here. If I have to scale out, my commissions are like $15. The losing trades are still most of the time one execution. But for this one, it was green. Bought 1,000 shares here. And instead of just $10 on the way out, I scaled out. I sold twice, so it has to be, you know, 2 executions. And then sometimes it's easy to average. Other times, if there's multiple, like LEDS is going to come in as a few different trades. Now there's multiple executions within this trade just because it was easy enough to average. But if I close a position and get back in later, for me it's easier to just do this. So this was really only two symbols. Started noting my trades. You know, the TRPX was the top gapper, and you know, from here I can input the trades. I think it's great. There's the track sheet. You can track the strategies. The ratio tab's fabulous. It'll show you your net profit, your gross. There's more advanced things also, like your commission on your winners, your commission on your losers, your largest loser, largest winner, average losing time. Now the time, I haven't been time stamping them, but you could. Now I know TraderView does all this, so you don't have to do all this, but for right now I think it's useful. It's also free. Profit factor, so you know, also has a risk factor. Largest winning streak, largest losing streak, 1. So yeah, plus I mean that's just for stocks. It has all these other like options and whatever the hell all these things are that I don't know. It has a risk calculator if you want to know if you're swing trading, stuff like that. Plus, it can keep track of your open strategies. Like open and close positions, so you know like how much open risk you have, how much is at risk per trade, all that good stuff. So Green Day, do all that stuff later. I may or may not get to it. I'm going through some like crazy personal things, but check out my desktop. I like it. Has a little view of Vegas from this guy who's trading. You can't see it, but he's just sitting here with a little chart up, Thinkorswim on his laptop, chilling at Vegas. So, something to work towards, I guess. It's a little bit longer of a video than I intended to do, but that's going to wrap it up. Down $33 for the week after commissions, give or take some. Couple botched trades, couple not following my rules. Still another 2 days. I feel like I should be doing better based on Ross and his strategy, the way that he's killing it. He made like 12 grand today. I ended my big loser was because I listened to him as opposed to really focused on trading my strategy. I didn't feel comfortable doing it, but sometimes I really just trust his knowledge, and a lot of times it works out. So all a learning curve. Got a long way to go. And hope you guys did well in your trading, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.